Believe that.
Roman Reigns has undoubtedly been one of the most pushed WWE superstars in the last decade. However, he has never been more dominant and unstoppable as he has been in his current run as the Universal Champion. For years, the WWE Universe has wanted to see Reigns tap into his dark side. WWE finally pulled the trigger at SummerSlam 2020, and fans can't get enough of this heel Roman Reigns. The entire tribal chief and head of the table gimmick has been one of the best storylines and character works in recent WWE history. Pairing him up with Paul Heyman as his special counsel has been a genius move, as Heyman amplifies the drama involved and portrays Reigns as a larger-than-life character. Roman Reigns has already been the Universal Champion for over 250 days. The likes of Edge, Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens, and many others have tried to take him down, but have been unsuccessful. The question now is, who could be the man to finally dethrone him as the Universal Champion? Here are 5 possible names that could do that. But before we get into it, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Number 5. Big E could cement his singles run by defeating Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has undoubtedly been the best heel in WWE in the last year or so. He has defeated multiple top babyfaces in the last few months, including Kevin Owens and Daniel Bryan. However, one man who hasn't come face-to-face with him yet is Big E. The New Day member is one of the most over WWE superstars among the fans, and the company has given him a decent singles push recently. Many even considered Big E to be one of the favorites to win this year's Royal Rumble match and face Reigns for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania 37. While that didn't happen, Big E could still have a high-profile feud with Roman Reigns, possibly leading into a title match at SummerSlam 2021. Defeating the Tribal Chief for the Universal Championship would surely be the biggest victory of Big E's career and solidify him as a top singles superstar. Number 4. Keith Lee could take down Roman Reigns to become the new Universal Champion. WWE Survivor Series 2019 saw Roman Reigns be the sole survivor for Team SmackDown. He got the victory for his brand against Raw and NXT in the men's traditional Survivor Series elimination match. While it was Reigns who stood undefeated at the end of the match, the man that impressed the most was Keith Lee. Representing Team NXT at that time, he pinned Seth Rollins and almost got the better of Reigns before falling short. Following the match, Reigns showed respect to Lee in what was a true star-making moment. That visual alone of the two bumping fists was enough for fans to want to see a proper feud between the two WWE superstars. Almost 18 months later, Roman Reigns is now this vicious heel on SmackDown. On the other hand, Keith Lee has also made his main roster debut, and is part of Raw, but has been out of action for a while. WWE could book Lee's return and make him jump ship to SmackDown, where he could confront the Universal Champion and challenge him for his title. The brief history between the two men is enough to play into the storyline. Keith Lee is also someone who could believably overpower and take down Roman Reigns. The Limitless One has shown how great a babyface champion he could be during his time on NXT, and maybe it's time WWE puts faith in him and let him be the star that he is.
WWE Universe. What a... Oh my God, what the hell? Who the hell? And he's beating the hell out of the Universal Champion. Roman Reigns with a Spanish Roman. You ain't a monster unless I'm here. Bent in half over the back of the... Blindsided by Reigns moments ago.
You can't handle the responsibility.
He never saw.
Number 3. The Fiend Bray Wyatt could come back to take his revenge against Roman Reigns. The entire Roman Reigns heel character started at SummerSlam 2020 when he returned to WWE after nearly 5 months of absence. The main event of the pay-per-view saw the Fiend Bray Wyatt defeat Braun Strowman to win the Universal Championship for the second time in his career. However, his victory celebration was cut short with Reigns' surprise return and the subsequent assault. Fans were surprised to see such an intense version of Roman Reigns, who beat down both the Fiend and Braun Strowman and even called the former a freak in a mask. Just 1 week later, Reigns took on the Fiend and Strowman in a triple threat at WWE Payback 2020, and pinned the monster among men to win the Universal Championship. fans expected The Fiend to continue feuding with Roman Reigns since he did not get pinned to lose his title. Things became even more interesting when Bray Wyatt introduced a new character in his Firefly Funhouse Wobbly Walrus, a puppet resembling Paul Heyman. However, Wyatt didn't come after Reigns, and Wobbly Walrus also disappeared from the Firefly Funhouse. But WWE has this amazing feud ready, with a great storyline of The Fiend coming back to take his revenge against Roman Reigns and take the Universal Championship back from him. Number 2, Drew McIntyre could be the chosen one to take down Roman Reigns. While Roman Reigns rose the ranks in the last year as the top heel of WWE on Friday Night SmackDown, it was Drew McIntyre who became the top face on Monday Night Raw. Survivor Series 2020 saw the Universal Champion Roman Reigns go one-on-one against the WWE Champion Drew McIntyre in a Champions vs. Champions match. The match felt so grand, and the two superstars delivered, telling a great story and showcasing why they are the best on the current roster. It was Reigns who managed to steal a victory through his heel tactics, but everyone knew this was just a little trailer of what is sure to be a future blockbuster feud. WWE Hall of Famer Triple H has praised both Reigns and McIntyre. He even claimed that a future feud between the two could be as big as the one between The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. WWE could be saving a mega encounter between the two for a major stage, like SummerSlam, or even next year's WrestleMania 38. If that does happen, Drew McIntyre could possibly become the one to end Roman Reigns' title reign. Number 1, Brock Lesnar could return and take Roman Reigns to Suplex City. Roman Reigns turning heel has opened up a plethora of dream matches that fans want to see him in. Arguably, one of the biggest ones of them is Reigns taking on the Beast incarnate Brock Lesnar. Reigns and Lesnar have a massive history, as they have faced each other several times, including 2 WrestleMania main events. However, in all those previous encounters, it has been a babyface Roman Reigns against the heel Brock Lesnar. Now, the dynamics have changed completely, as Reigns is no longer the good guy. Things are even more interesting due to the fact that Lesnar's long-term advocate Paul Heyman has now joined hands with Reigns. The WWE Universe can't wait to see Brock Lesnar return and confront his advocate. Heyman's dilemma to choose between Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns in itself will make for some amazing segments and storylines. However, Heyman could ultimately betray the tribal chief and help his original client Brock Lesnar to dethrone him as the new Universal Champion. While fans might not want to see Lesnar return and again win a world title, the possibility of WWE going forward with this angle can't be denied. Who would you like to see dethrone Roman Reigns? Be sure to leave your comment in the comments section below. And don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more wrestling content.